personal how-to video using Paint Shop Pro clothing as designed by me. um, okay, we are going to start by opening up the various items that we're going to use for our design. Okay, I'm not going to get too technical, so don't get prepared to pull your hair out. I'm not going to do that to you. I'll do it later if you request it. First, we're going to open up your template. I am going to use the off-the-shoulder bustier type texture, and I'm going to put that to my screen. Now, I'm going to also open up my template for Second Life. If you notice the mini screens that I'm pulling up, I have everything sorted out in different folders. That way I don't get too mixed up when I'm trying to look for something I just did or something like that. I have it saved in a special folder. That way I can readily go back and pick it up. I suggest that you do the same, but that's just me, you know. Now, what we're going to do is, as you can see, I have here on my screen the SF Avatar top. This is just the basic guideline for your Second Life tops. Be they long sleeves, short sleeves, you know, yada yada yada. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to mess up this here, so what I'm going to do is copy this. You do this by holding down the left key on your layer and dragging it to the workspace area. Your cursor is going to change from the handprint to an arrow with a plus sign on it. Once it does that, let go. Ta-da! You have a new layer. Same thing, not named. You can now take and close off the one that you copied from. That's saving the integrity of your garment without, or your outline without losing it. So you can go back and readily use it. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, I am going to name this tutorial top. Now, I normally, as a rule, save it as a ping file. It's going to ask you various little, it's going to ask you things, but don't worry about that. I save it as a ping so that I won't have to go back and continue. I won't have 300 tutorial tops running around in my folder. It saves space, and once you upload it, you don't want to accidentally upload the wrong one. So click Save as Ping, and of course you now have your top. Now we want to go to the little I did too fast, so bear with me. Basically what we're going to do today is going to be your basic top, how to shade to get the desired effect, and we're going to touch on a little bit about folds. I'm not good at it, so don't think I am. Okay, we have now saved our tutorial top template to our screen, so we can minimize there. Now we're going to work on getting our uploaded template from Second Life to where it's usable for us. Basically, to do this, we are going to have our top selected, and then we're going to go to Layers. At the drop down menu on Layers, we're going to go to Load and Save Mask. Once you click that, it's going to have two options: load mask from disk and load mask from alpha channel. Now, alpha channel is just a local channel. It's in your it's in that document. It's in that template. So when you click on that, it's going to pull up that template that's embedded in there, so that you can have your clear spaces around your top. We're going to click load, and ta-da, you have no more white stuff. Now, if you look at your layer palette, you're going to see 3 layers, it seems. Well, we don't need these 3 layers. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right click onto that layer, and we're going to go merge. Then we're going to merge group. This merges all my layers and saves the integrity of my clear space around my top, so that I don't lose that. Now, we are going to do a little bit of fudging here. Now that we have our template top where we need it to be, we are going to open back up our SL template guide, I should say. Now, highlight your template top, get that layer that's highlighted there, left click, hold it, and drag it over to your guide and let go. Now, what you're going to see here is the basic top that we pulled and opened and everything from from our template onto the guide in a new layer. This is what we're searching for. Now, it's going to put it at a standard position, and it's going to be up to you to change and put it where it needs to be. So just use your move tool. Looks like a 4-way cross sign, and get it to where you need it to be. Sometimes you can eyeball it and judge it to where it needs to be, but that's about right. Okay. Now, contrary to all this work that we just got through doing, you're going to hate me, because we are not going to be working on that layer. We are going to be working on another layer. And it will be revealed when it's done, so bear with me. Don't pull out any hair. Stop me if you need to. Pause me, whatever, just so that you can get, if you get behind, you can get your bearings. Alright, now, on our new layer, it's going to be empty. Let's go back so you can see the step that I did. This little box here looks like a little folder with the clear, over it is new raster layer. I don't know what raster means. I don't think many people do, but the real techies. But we're gonna click on that, and we're gonna pull up the box. You don't have to name this if you're comfortable working with layers without messing it up. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to name this one base layer. Okay? Now, on your base layer, we are going to flood fill this with a light colored gray. I found that this gray transfers into white when you're in Second Life. So, in using this really light gray, I can achieve the effect of white without having to do the complicated steps of using a white color and getting that pop when you do the shading. Okay? So we're going to go to our flood fill bucket. Basically looks like a bucket with overflowing paint. We're going to have our base layer highlighted. Click in the middle of your tutorial top, and it's going to flood fill that whole area with gray. Now, once this is completed, we're going to go down to your layer, your template layer, and highlight it. go over to your magic wand. Looks like a little wand with little sparklies on it. And once that magic wand is selected, we are going to click the area that is not covered by your top. Okay? I generally, as a rule, take and pick areas down below, because generally below is in a top that is the most area that has free space. Okay? Once this is selected and you have these little marching ants running around, you want to go back to your base layer and hit the delete button. Okay? Now, basically your base layer is now your template in a different color.